can't really have policies against which we want to put targets without understanding where we are today. In compiling a comprehensive picture, we see that, in fact, the marine environment is somewhat the poor neighbour, I would almost say the orphan part of much of what we've talked about. If we just think about the maritime territory of the EU, we must remember that it is actually the world's largest. The coastline is 7 times the length of the US, and it's 4 times that of Russia. We're responsible for 10% of the global tropical coral reefs, and we also have key resources in the polar region. When we look at the economics, maritime regions actually make up half of the population and GDP. So I think it's very appropriate that we have not only a maritime policy, but that within that is embedded the part that we're interested in, the biodiversity. Of what we know, we can say that just 10% and only 2% of the species protected by the Habitats Directive are in good condition. So that's not a very good health check. One of the things that we're promoting very heavily within the Global Monitoring Environment Security Programme, the big satellite and space programme of Europe, is that through our role of coordinating the in-situ measurements for the oceans, we are really trying to promote the idea that ocean acidification becomes part of the long-term monitoring and isn't something that is just held within the research community. We really need to step up, I think, what we're doing in the marine environment and have a commensurate level of activity in the marine environment as we have on land. Marine protected areas are extremely important. They can focus on particularly fragile habitats, sensitive species, of course, and those in the deep sea, I think, require some clear attention. But I hope that through providing information, providing a baseline, we can hold all of ourselves to account. We can look outside of Europe and include the overseas territories, but also at the end of the day recognise that if we can achieve this kind of step up to take on responsibility, then I think we can look to a pretty good future. But it does require continuous effort across many, many different policy arenas to be able, I think, to protect the open ocean as well as the near shore.